So I'm going to try a little bit of city riding now, and hopefully come up against some sort of rush hour traffic that's going to allow me to see the filtering capabilities of this bike. So far I have had to filter a few times, not too many, but enough that I can say it is relatively comfortable at filtering. You're not really going to come up with too many issues. The only real issue you're going to have is the height of the wind mirrors, just as you go through with like a van or an SUV style vehicle. I mean, look at this one here coming past, and the wind mirrors are almost in line. They're a little bit higher than the Tricity, but not too much higher. Now coming around the corner, there should be a nice chunk of traffic. I'm really hoping. It seems that every time I do one of these videos going through Southampton, I end up with a big chunk of clear road that I don't actually get a chance to filter through, and they get a green light. I just want to be able to filter. Nope. Oh look, a green light up ahead as well. I mean, I'm not knocking green lights, I don't like sitting around, but when I'm trying to film filtering, I do want a red light. Here we go. So let's well, I've got two cars to filter past. Nice and easy, straightforward, right the way through to the front of the queue. Now hopefully by the time I get down there they will still be on red and I can give it another go. Nope, they've gone green. But in essence, the way this bike handles in a city that isn't so busy, I mean, if I was to come through Southampton at a weekend, 4 cruise liners in, football match on, this whole place would be gridlocked. And at that point, even like the Kawasaki GTR, I struggle to filter through with that beast just because of how chunky it is. What a knob. I would like to hazard a guess that he doesn't have a full license. He's probably some little kid on a 125. Well, saying that, a 125. It's got a relatively big rear wheel, but either way, I don't think he'll last long on the road before he gets wiped out. And as every single time I come to film, there is just no traffic to filter. Can we filter through here? Nope. Oh, here we go. Might be able to filter through here, so let's have a look. So yeah, I mean, it is quite straightforward at filtering. MT07. He blatantly doesn't have a full license. He's on a CVT. Guaranteed CVT. Tiny bit of filtering, not a great deal. But as a city bike, the Tricity is definitely up there. It's very manoeuvrable. I'd highly recommend this as a bike to purchase if you're going to do a lot of city riding, just on the fact that you got a car license. You can ride one of these. Why is it every time I come here there's no traffic? This is silly. Obviously there's no point me trying to filter past all this traffic on the Itchen Bridge, but what a beautiful evening it is. Nice clear skies, crisp cold air, which is just making it feel so nice riding. I'm really missing my Kawasaki GTR. This bike is good. The seat is really comfy. I've not had any issues riding this seat. At not one point have I thought I need to get off this bike. For a scooter seat, it is really comfortable. So to complement the bike on a long distance journey, you're not going to want to get off the bike and stretch very often. I mean, even when it comes to moving your legs about, you can just put your legs forward, back, absolutely no dramas. And it's free to go over the bridge. Although soon the bridge is going to be closing for a couple of months over summer, which is going to be a bit frustrating. It's just going to be a bit more of a longer trip round the River Itchen, which is slightly annoying, but never mind. Hopefully it will only be for the 2 months that they want it done. So yeah, in summary, this bike, fantastic bit of kit. The bike is comfortable, it's stylish as far as scooters go. The two wheels at the front, when you do have some heavy lean in, it does feel a bit unsettling, and it does every now and again feel like you're gonna kind of slip on the front end, but I don't think you will. I think it's just getting used to the way the bike handles, and like any bike, once you've got used to it, it's not going to be any issue. You'll get used to how it rides, how it feels, and then before you know it, you're going to be absolutely flying on it. It can hold its own on the motorway, dips and rivets in the motorway, and where you've got three wheels, you are going to track quite heavily, because obviously you can miss it a little bit, but not completely. So this morning when I was riding, there's quite a nasty heavy line in the motorway, and with that I was missing it with the front two wheels, but then the rear wheel was digging into it. Then I even managed to find another line that I didn't even know existed, so I was missing it with the offside front and the rear, and then the near side front, the near side front would then go and grab it, and it was just an absolute headache. It's not a motorway mile muncher, without a doubt. It is best at home when it is tickling around the cities, the smaller A roads, or even taking it for a blast down the country roads. Oh look, caught up with this chap again. He's definitely not going to last long on a bike before he comes off and kills himself. Absolute tool bag. And it's people like that that give bikers a bad name. I'd be amazed if he's got a full licence or an A2 licence. It's probably a stolen motorcycle, to be honest. But yeah, I do actually like this bike. I do feel a bit embarrassed riding it, I'm not gonna lie. You get some looks. I mean, there's no one coming, look. Oh my word. Yeah, I do feel a little bit embarrassed riding it. It's you don't have a lot of street credit riding this bike. Yes, it looks different, it looks cool, it looks interesting, and I guess if you don't have a motorcycle license and this is all you can pretty much ride, you are going to be chuffed to the moon with it, because it looks alright. But when you ride a motorbike and you got access to different motorbikes, and no. But like I said, it's for those riders who don't have a full license. And one last thing, I do keep trail braking. I do grab that rear and front brake and then just bring it into the corners, because I feel like the bike wants to wash out quite heavily. So yeah, I am grabbing that brake, front brake, doing a front brake trail brake. Absolutely horrific. It ain't working at all. It will wash out even more. I just can't trail brake on that front. But yeah, grab the front and rear together and you can trail brake it, and I'll do that just to tighten up the corners, tighten up the turns, and it does work. So that is something to bear in mind if you do find when you put a bit of pace on into the corners, you do end up washing wide ever so slightly. Guys, thank you for watching this video about the Tricity 300cc motorcycle from Yamaha. Please hit the subscribe button, give us a big thumbs up. Until next time, enjoy the video, ride safe, and I'll see you soon.